Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of all ages, my name is Jay. I'm your host, as always, and I welcome you to the Freakshow. Today, my freaks, gonna talk about a couple of things. First one, horror. Second, gaming. And then third, I'm going to explain exactly what sweet anarchy is. So, let's kick this off. Horror. Horror is not what it used to be. Pure and simple. Horror today is far different than it was during the days of The Exorcist or Poltergeist. Today, horror is not really horror. Today, horror is just gore. Horror films today are basically glorified snuff films. All they do is kill people. I can understand. There's killing in horror. There has to be. But I miss the days of, well, I wasn't alive during the days which I'm about to speak of, but I wish crazy people, not my freaks are not crazy, a bit foolish at times, but not crazy. When crazy people decided that, hey, horror should involve gore and blood and violence far more than suspense and terror. The days of Poltergeist and Exorcist. Hell, the days of Vincent Price. I miss those. I wish they were still around. Vincent Price is one of the greatest horror actors of all time. The man was a genius. His films are just great. If you've never seen them, I suggest you go look up Vincent Price and find a movie and watch it, because the man is brilliant. It's what he does is not so much gore. And you gotta keep in mind that he was making films back in the 60s and 70s, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, I could be wrong, but it wasn't gore. It was suspense. Fright. He had you on the edge of your seat, going, what's about to happen next? It's brilliant. To me, horror constitutes something that can scare me. Pure and simple, that's it. Horror was made to scare people. You want blood? You want gore? Go watch an action movie. Horror films were not originally made to be gore fests. I don't understand. I don't understand why things changed. I like to be afraid. Well, not afraid. I like to be frightened. fear is a good thing. It gets the adrenaline rushing, your endorphins kick in, and oh, it feels so good. Which leads me to my next topic. Gaming. Gaming has kept horror alive. At least to some extent. It's still mostly gore, but horror films do not frighten me. They don't. Horror games, on the other hand, those give me they do good things for me. Which is why I watch survival horror walkthroughs on the YouTubes. And all of you are thinking, oh, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. Yeah, those are survival horror. Those are what started the survival horror genre. But Silent Hill and Resident Evil do not frighten me. You have a gun or some other weapon, and you're just killing zombies. Or whatever the hell you kill in Silent Hill. I don't think anybody's ever quite come to understand exactly what the hell those things are. But still, when I talk about being frightened, I'm talking about jump scares. Something that's just, it's unexpected. You expect bad things to happen in games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Because they are the parents of the genre. You expect bad things to happen. But as the horror genre has continued, and I've got to say, I've got to give props to Tecmo for producing the Fatal Frame Project Zero series. Mad props to Tecmo for that. Because I had an aversion to survival horror games until I found Fatal Frame on YouTube and watched it, because there are 5 games in the series, and every time I freaked out. It was fun. Extremely fun. I jumped, it frightened me. It was intense and fun. That's why I like those kinds of survival horror games. The ones that make you jump and frighten you, not just, no, it's expected that something's coming through the wall. It's the lights go out and something's right in your face. Like, right in your face. It's those sorts of things are expected. Something in your face, yes, but to the extent that Fatal Frame does it, it's just something that's beautiful. Now that we've talked about horror, and horror in the context of gaming, I want to talk about Sweet Anarchy. And what exactly Sweet Anarchy is. Eventually, with my 40 seconds left here, Sweet Anarchy is going to become Sweet Anarchy Gaming. It is going to be another show on this channel that is going, but it's going to be for gaming, and it's going to be me and some people, and as soon as I get the proper software to do it, I'm going to start gaming on here. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of all ages, I hope you've had a lovely evening, and as always, when life gets fickle, remember, freak is always forever.